Hello, my friends. Darby, it's great to see all of you guys here. This makes me really excited to see all of you guys. First, I want to thank Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, for allowing me to speak today. It's very exciting. Oh, no, this guy right there. Okay. I was gonna ask, anybody know the theme for tonight? But it's already right there. So that's cool, because now we know what the theme is. We're all on the same page. I love it. Yes, we're good. I'm a little excited here, you know. So, there was something about this theme that spoke to me. When Daniel mentioned it to me, I was like, interesting. I think I could definitely do something with this. I had to think about what authenticity means deeply, but then it kind of switched. But first, I did some research on what authenticity means. First, I got the spiritual view. I don't know. And this is what it said. The conscious self is seen as coming to terms with being in a material world and with encountering external forces. Then, I got another one. Simply, another definition of authenticity. Worthy of acceptance. And the other definition I found, not false or an imitation. That last one, I think, spoke to me the most. Now, those are definitions that were made from other people, but my definition of authenticity is simply real. Going to real, you think stuff like reality, like what's reality, blah, but I'm thinking of more or less reality to you. What is real to you? And how are you real? Now, what does that mean? Being real. I mean, we can be real by answering questions, or we can be real by being ourselves. And that's kind of what I'm focusing on, is being real by being yourself. There's a story I have about this. Back when I was a wee boy, it began back in middle school. Now, some of you may know, and this is Darby's favorite story, so he tells me, about my dad and how he did drugs, and and how that completely changed things a lot for me. The story I shared at IYF and all these other things. But that story, there's a different element to that story about being real, being myself, being authentic, becoming the person I am today, and then sharing it. As I said, it began in middle school when my parents were in a rough divorce. I moved from Branson, Missouri to Muskegon, Michigan, or Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it was a huge change. I mean, as an 11-year-old boy, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how I could be real, how I could be authentic. And I went through these stages in life and these certain things, switching to schools. I had the first school I came to, I couldn't be real. I couldn't be me because I had to deal with, I'm a new kid in this new school in the middle of the year. And I try to be friends with people, and they backstab me. They call me names. They make fun of me. My underwear showing. They mock at my SpongeBob underwear. I mean, come on. I was a little boy. Sad. I mean, one day I walked around in black clothes, and they called me emo and goth. I'm like, oh, sorry. Sorry, you can judge me. But it was hard, and that school was really rough for me. So I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be real. I didn't want to break out of that box that I so was itching to get out of, because I was trying to impress the ones around me, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't. So thank God, thankness that I changed schools, also because I had to make up a book report that next day, but I got out of school early, so yes. No book report. No book report. It was wonderful. Yes. Books. Anyway, so I changed to a different school, and that school was a little bit more accepting of me. I made some friends. I remember my friend JJ. I was friends with him and a few other cool guys and gals and whatnot. And then after 6th grade, I switched to Mona Shores, my final school that I graduated with. And there it was hard to become real and myself at first. Coming into a new school as in middle school's rough years, most of us know that. Those are rough years, a lot of stuff's going on. I was still going through separations and other boy things and things like that. And look at that guy, Travis. I love that guy. Anyway, so yes, going through those things, I couldn't be real, I couldn't be authentic, I couldn't be me, because I was trying to impress those around me. I was trying to become friends with people, and eventually I did find a small group of friends that accepted me for who I was. They were like me, they were goofy, didn't make any sense sometimes. And we were all diverse in our own ways, because we had like the really smart one, and then the brave, awesome one, and the me weird one, and my other friend who's totally out there in La La Land. And we made this friendship, and we felt comfortable being ourselves, being authentic towards each other. Now, of course, we had our friends outside of our little circle. Sometimes we tried. So I wasn't the most popular character in school. My parents were divorced, single parent at the time. I wasn't very wealthy at all, being a single parent, one job. My mom, at least. Not me. I had unique curves, if you will. That didn't make me, and I didn't play sports, so I wasn't the coolest guy in school, and, people didn't know exactly who I was all the time. But through the years, that somewhat changed. I started to be myself more around people I didn't feel comfortable with, and some of them decided to accept that. So it felt easier to become who I was, being authentic. Actually, not even going with my notes. And then I graduated. I had more friends in my outside group, or my inside group, and graduated. I was also involved in church stuff at the time, with youth ventures with Papa Smurf over there, and other cool, Andrew Murphy over there, and other things. So I was getting involved in church, and I felt really accepted there, and a really fit group. So in high school, there was some of those dynamics of that challenge to be authentic, and that hope to be authentic. Okay, and then I came here, Graceland University. I was able to get that opportunity to experience the Graceland experience. We all probably have heard about that throughout our lives here, 1, 2, or 3, 4 years, whatever, or more. And we all get that Graceland experience. But I came here as a freshman on house council, the only freshman on house council at that time. I went to that leadership retreat as the only freshman. I felt like an outcast. So I was very quiet. I wasn't me. I wasn't me at all. So I just stuck to myself. I didn't even know my members of my house council, because I didn't really know them. I just walked in there and, hey, how you doing? You're going to be a SAC rep, and we'll go from there. So it was really hard still to be me. And the year went going. the year continued. I met people. I met friends. I came to church once in a while. I was involved in Community of Christ leadership